What's up, man?
Hey, Rick, good to see you.
Good to see you, John. Appreciate it.
Man, I'm with Rick Beato right now in his studio outside of Atlanta. Man, I can't thank you enough for letting us into your lair.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
God, you are
I have a
heavily
couple
armed.
amps.
Yeah.
I got a couple amps, got a few guitars.
Yeah, heavily armed. I wish we might have to try to do like a pan shot where you can see it all. It's really beautiful, man. You can get it done here. So you can track full bands right here.
I have tracked hundreds of projects here. I don't produce records anymore since I do my YouTube channel full time now.
Yeah.
But I've done so many records. I've got another 10 drum sets over there, and I got plenty of gear.
God, and it sounds good in here, feels good in here. That's great. And this guitar, I've seen you play a lot. This has got to be your number one.
I love this guitar. It didn't used to be my number one, but I restrung this with 8s as an experiment.
I just watched that. I watched the video about string gauges, and it was really interesting.
Yeah, I think that the whole bigger is better thing is just nobody ever talked about that when I started playing guitar in the 70s. And all my friends played 8s. We all played 8s. Huh. And then I switched to 10s, and then I switched to 11s, and
Stevie Ray Vaughan made everybody do that.
That's right.
Everybody, yeah. Everybody had to go heavy because that sound was Stevie.
So I had changed to 8s, and I was doing a thing with Dave Friedman. I was talking to him for a podcast, and I was talking about using a tube screamer in front of the amp because I did a lot of low-tune metal bands. And I would put a tube screamer or any type of distortion, a Boss overdrive pedal, in front of the amp to high pass the guitar to make the bottom end tighten up when it's really distorted.
Yeah.
And Dave Friedman said to me, that thinner strings will do the same thing because they have less bass. And I thought about it. I said, that's why Billy Gibbons used 8s. And I mean, all the guys in the old days used 8s.
Yeah.
Fusion guys like Holdsworth used 8s. A lot of people did.
Yeah.
And Eddie Van Halen used 9 through 40 Fender Bullets, but tuned down a half step.
Right.
And but the less mass there is, the less low end, the tighter the sound is. And that video is kind of not quite. I mean, the point of the video is that for a tighter sound, the thinner gauge works.
Yeah.
So, and I had switched to 8s on this guitar. I don't have 8s on every guitar, but this guitar just plays incredibly well with 8s on it.
Huh. So, what brand of strings are you using?
These are Ernie Ball, the Super Slinky 8s.
Okay.
But I use D'Addario's. I use different strings on different guitars. I'm not endorsed by any string company or anything.
Sure.
I buy my strings like everybody else at the music store.
Find the ones you
Maybe
like.
not everybody else, but
Yeah. So tell me about this guitar.
This is I bought this off the rack at Guitar Center probably about 15 years ago or so, 20 years ago, something like that. They had a bunch of them in. I played it, and it played great. It just had such a good neck on it. And the thing that I like about these juniors or specials or whatever they're called, double cutaways, is that the end of the fingerboard is where the last fret is. So, and I play a lot up in this area.
Yeah.
And it's just the easiest access. The only other guitar I have that you can do that on is my 65 SG.
Right.
That's really thin, but the way that the guitar is tapered on this side is easy you can get all the way up here so easily, as opposed to a bolt-on neck. If I play my telly or something, you get hung up there.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's why I like this.
And all stock.
I like P90s. It's pretty much all it's all stock.
Yeah.
These are P100s actually, not P90s.
Oh really? So okay, great. So the P100s are they stacked? Is that it or?
I'm not sure actually.
Yeah. They are okay.
I asked Dave.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
Yeah, they're stacked.
okay. Yeah, that's great. Well, man, yeah, that I have seen you with that guitar a lot.
I don't typically play the guitar up like this. I've been playing it like this lately, but I mean, I normally play my guitar like most people do, like this, off this leg. But because of Instagram, to fit the whole guitar in, I end up doing this because it's so weird when the guitar neck goes off the screen.
Yeah.
So I just started playing like this for my Instagram posts. So it's kind of a new thing.
It is. Isn't it funny how something like Instagram, how the format can sort
dictates
of
how you play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's now there's this whole new kind of art form of finding the 1 minute arrangement.
Yeah.
You know, to make it an arrangement that pops in 1 minute. And there are people that are just, you know, masters of that.
Yeah.
And you know, and hey, like you, man, you're nailing it. So
Well, I
very
try
cool.
to. I do my morning warm up. I'll just play something and then go about my day.
Yeah.
So, but I try to warm up every day and do a 1 minute improv. I had a guitar teacher, Mick Goodrick, back when I was in Boston in the '80s, and
Well,
Mick
yeah,
made
Berkeley
me do that.
guy?
Yeah, he was. Well, he's at Berkeley. He's now, but he was at New England Conservatory then.
Okay.
I was getting my master's degree in jazz guitar then, and he made me do a 1 minute improv every day, every morning when I woke up, and then bring it in and play it for him.
Huh. Cool.
So
Yeah.
I kind of have kept that tradition going on.
Yeah.